That's our wild caught. Get it? Haha, sick takedown. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. This is Delia. I put her in the Beetlejuice enclosure. I've had her for a really long time. She's actually very old. So I've been keeping jumping spiders since about 2017. I caught one, kept it in a baby bottle, tried to do a bunch of research, didn't find shit on Google. There is no like care guides or anything back then that I could find anywhere. All I found was how to take care of tarantulas. So I applied that care that I was reading about tarantulas to my jumping spider, but it was a wild caught mature male, so obviously he didn't live long, and once he did die, I had done all this research on tarantulas and I decided, you know, I think I want a tarantula now. So really that's kind of how I got here, is I caught that spider, I was fascinated, I circled right back to jumping spiders and got more into that, and jumping spiders will always be one of my favorite animals to keep. I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed it's absolutely like exploded and popularity in the past like 5 years or so is really when it like started going crazy. They make amazing pets, but sometimes when something becomes mainstream, there are consequences to that. I guess Petsmart is now selling jumping spiders in their stores, and they have like jumping spider kits available. I believe they're from Zoo Med, which I'm a big fan of Zoo Med. I love Zoo Med, but I've seen mixed things on all of this. I think there's some valid like reasons that people are upset about it. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of getting animals from Petsmart. I remember like maybe a year or so ago, I critiqued some of the Petsmart brand tarantula enclosures that they came out with, and I got like a lot of hate for that because I guess some people really like them, and that's great, but I just wasn't a huge fan. Petsmart, not the most ethical. And it always makes me nervous, like I said years ago, when like a chain pet store jumps on something like that, keeping spiders. It makes me nervous. I think it's really cool that it's become so popularized, but yes, it seems like the ones that they are sourcing are wild caught, and I don't think anybody should ever buy a wild caught animal, whether it's a spider or a reptile, without knowing beforehand that it's wild caught. I've had wild caught jumping spiders lay so many egg sacs. That is something that comes along with getting a wild caught spider. And while maybe I might get excited and welcome that, the average person, especially somebody getting their first jumping spider, unknowingly buying a wild caught gravid spider, that could be absolutely catastrophic and overwhelming. And I think that's why vendors, at least the ones that I work with, if they're selling any sort of wild caught invert, they make a disclaimer. But when it comes to something mainstream like something as big as Petsmart selling jumping spiders, it's definitely just like, I don't know why they didn't think that through. They definitely should have put more time into this. I heard they're trying to possibly source captive bred ones now because like since selling them, there's been so many people getting their jumping spiders for free from them because these spiders are all laying sacs and the employees are totally lost on how to handle it, what to do. As far as I know, there wasn't a policy, so they were actually giving like some people jumping spiders for free because they didn't know what to do when they laid the sack. So I mean, yeah, there wasn't much thought there, and obviously that's messy. So I want to see it for myself, okay? That's why we're here today. I want to go to PetSmart and I want to see what their jumping spider, I've heard things online, I've seen pictures here and there, but I have not gone down the rabbit hole. Let's go look, let's have a look ourselves. And I'm actually hoping that we do find a gravid jumping spider or like one with an egg sac, because I absolutely would love to yoink that out of the store if they'd give it to me for free. But in no way, please, in no way am I advocating let's go to PetSmart and support, you know, what they're doing. Obviously, I have my own hesitation. Oh, and I also want to try the new jumping spider kit. So let's go together and you can get my first impressions and we can investigate and we can decide if the enclosures are terrible, if they suck. I mean, I'm sure PetSmart already doesn't like me after posting the enclosure video, so. Alright, I'm gonna try to be low key about filming. I don't want them to know that I'm filming, so. I found them. So they sell them in these little cups. I mean, not terrible, but not great. This one's hungry, look. This one needs to eat. What tarantulas do they have? Do they still keep their pink toes like crap? Unfortunately. I think this is a mature male, possibly this one. Oh, here's the jumping spider kit. So I definitely want to get one of these. This is cool too. I really like this, but I don't know. Should we get them both and look at them both? Because I haven't looked at either one of these, so let's do both. Do you know if they're wild caught?
They're wild caught? No. No idea. Okay. Yeah, they don't tell us, unfortunately.
I feel bad because everybody who worked there was so nice, and I know that some of the employees at this one do know who I am. I don't think they did though, but it was like I don't want to make them sound dumb or anything, because it's like they don't know, because they don't know if they're wild caught because like the company's not telling them, like they're not communicating that with them, which obviously that falls on the company and not the employees at all. We're gonna go to another PetSmart, and I just want to like look there as well. Come on, guys, come on. Oh, this one's little. All right, this one looks better. It's small, which makes me wonder if it's captive bred. Okay. Okay, what the heck? Because that jumping spider looked captive bred, like just because of the size of it, and then also it looked better taken care of, like it had recently been misted, and it just seemed like better. I will say I go to that PetSmart a lot, and that's why I didn't go in and ask them anything, because they would recognize me, and I know for sure that the girl working knows about my channel, so I didn't ask. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I was very tempted to buy it because I do want to get a jumping spider to try out that Zoo Med kit today. So we're gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna go to Tropical World Pets and grab one, because they are like right in this area as well. So let's go support a good local pet store today. What isopods should I get? Hello, we're back. Bad news, Tropical World Pets was actually out of jumping spiders. So we'll just use one of mine to test it out. They did have isopods. So I picked out some white out isopods, and I liked them because they reminded me of like little ghosts. See, they look like little ghosties. So let's put them in this little habitat first. So this is the Zoo Med Creatures Roly-poly kit. And as you see, they've been rolling out these kits, and whenever I hear kit, I get nervous. I get nervous because it sounds like bare minimum. That's what I think kits are. They are the bare minimum. They might possibly meet all the basic needs. At least I think that's what they're designed for, is just to meet the basic needs. But even some kits don't do that. When you think kit, don't think, oh, it has everything I need. Think it has the bare minimum, okay? What's really interesting to me though is that we're seeing these kits, and these are animals traditionally kept in like delis like this, even just like food storage containers, plastic bins. So is it really gonna be worth it to spend $20? Because I think these were both $20. $20. Right off the bat, I will say I really like the look of this. But these holes, these vent holes, if the roly-polies can climb up, they're for sure getting out. Now, I'm not too worried about that, I don't care, but just if you don't want isopods that might possibly freely move around your house or into other tubs, this lid is not the best. You literally get like 3 leaves. Okay, not bad, whatever. Oh, cool, you get little, that's awesome. It comes with calcium blocks. Eco Earth, this is your compressed block. Oh, it comes with isopod food. A little bit goes a long way, I'm sure. And it comes with a piece of cork. Definitely important. And then here's your Zoo Med sticker, very neat. And here's a mini guide to roly-polies, which is really cool. Now, I'm not like a roly-poly pro. Oh, look at the poster. I'm gonna hang this up. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna hang this up. I love that. Oh, I really want these magic potion ones. Now, here's the thing. Oh, geez, these are really, really big too, like easily climb outable. So just keep that in mind. I put water in it, right? All right, so I put the, oh, it's filling. Oh my God, it's already getting bigger. Okay, cool, cool. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I actually am pretty impressed with how this turned out. Like, with everything it came with, I think that's actually pretty awesome. I put the food in here. I also put the same food in with my millipedes, and my giant African millipede has one of the little carrot pieces and is eating it right now. So, but yeah, I never knew this product existed, and if I had known, I probably would have been buying it for my millipedes this whole time. So, I mean, really, I don't have any complaints. I mean, this is just really easy if you have like a kid or something that really wants a pet. Don't go out and get hermit crabs and let them suffer and like a critter keeper on gravel. Go get one of these. So instead of picking out every single isopod that lives in here, I am just going to do the right thing here, and I'm going to throw in the moss because obviously all right, so now I guess let's test out this jumping spider kit. Everybody has to start somewhere, right? I wish this existed when I caught my first jumping spider, because when I caught my first jumping spider, I kept them in a deli just like this, literally just like this size. This was 9 years ago. If something like this existed, oh my God, that would have made my life so much easier. Oh, and look, it has directions. Cool. That's pretty neato. I mean, it is small, so obviously if you're going to buy a wild-caught Phidippus regius from Petsmart, this is not ideal. For my adults, honestly, this is as small as I really would like to go. So it definitely is small. This is definitely not for an adult. Something like this. This is a medium switch. You know, that is gonna definitely be more appropriate. Size is definitely like a on this. Also, it's obviously not acrylic. It is plastic. There we go. That's how you open it. Okay. All right, we got, oh, that's cool. So this one has a jumping spider on it, and this one has an isopod on it. Isn't that nifty? Actually really like that. That's a nice touch. Mini guide to jumping spiders. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and go through every bullet point and say true or false, but spiders do not require a large territory and are typically content in a small, secure enclosure. Okay, no, for a jumping spider like this big, you want an enclosure that's about this big. And if you have a tarantula that's this big, you want an enclosure about this big. So that's kind of where the difference is between jumping spiders and tarantula lies, because tarantula, the same size as this jumping spider, would require something like this. But this guy is way more active than a tarantula, or girl, sorry girl. Choosing a habitat that opens at the bottom allows keepers to access their enclosures for maintenance without disturbing the web. That is true. Adequate ventilation is important to prevent mold. Yes. The habitat, decor, and/or furniture can include various natural materials such as branches and live plants to create a naturalistic environment. Other inert items such as ornaments can be included as long as they are deemed safe for use. It's always a good idea to rinse. Yeah, okay, I love that. And it even says while a carpet or liner can be used, these options do little to retain moisture or maintain humidity. Ambient light will be sufficient, but supplemental LED lights would be beneficial if it's too dark. True. I'm impressed, you know, other than kind of disagreeing with the first point. Oh my God, I love this poster. These posters are awesome. This is the one from Missouri, Phidippus adox. I love these. Canopy jumping spider. We also have these in Missouri. We have this. This seems like way too much substrate, right? That's gonna be a lot. So we're cheating. We're doing a different Zoom Ed product though. We're gonna do the Reptisoil. Now this is kind of where it loses me a little bit. So this is the decor. So I'm gonna say I love the poster, and the design of this is actually pretty cool, but it is too small for an adult Phidippus regius, which is the most common kept one and the one that Petsmart is now selling. This one piece of wood definitely is not sufficient, but again, like I said, think minimum requirements, right? They're not going to have all these trinkets and decor in there. And they even mention in the guide that you can add ornaments, which I'm glad they did, because this is very boring. I don't know if they really like talk to actual spider keepers before designing these. I think this is a great start. How do you even get the spider in? Oh, I guess the side door. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'm gonna have you. Oh, she's like, get me out of here. All right, well that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not. And you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram. It's probably way too much. It's at Tarantula Kat. You can go check it out. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the members pick.